Today we're gonna make Hasselback potatoes. So these originated at a restaurant in Stockholm, Sweden. And they're just a beautiful like side dish, although we're gonna add some bacon and cheese and make it a main course in this house. But so the first thing you do is preheat your oven to 450 degrees. And then I washed all of the potatoes, scrubbed them because we're gonna leave the skin on. And so you wanna make sure that you get all the pieces of dirt and stuff out of the potato. I patted them dry. And now we are going to cut. Now, if you can look over here and see, I have set up two stationary pieces that are the exact same height so that when I cut, I don't cut all the way through the potato. So we're gonna leave a piece like a spine on the end. And see, when you hear that, you can hear I'm getting right into or hitting that piece of plastic. We're cutting about 1/8 of an inch. That's gonna happen and that's okay. That piece just gets thrown away. So we're cutting about 1/8 of an inch wide. Very tiny pieces. And there you are. You see the way that the potato is cut. It has the spine still attached to itself and then these nice pretty rings cut in the middle. So now we're going to add, I have a 1/2 cup of butter that I've melted and a 1/2 cup of olive oil. What this is going to do is give it all a little bit of flavor, but it's going to make the outsides crispy and the insides nice and fluffy. Kind of like a mashed potato, but not quite. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of pepper, and I'm using black pepper this time, and a teaspoon of salt. Mix all that together. And now I'm going to take a brush and go in between each of those cuts I made with this butter and olive oil solution. Now when this cooks, what's going to happen is it's going to fan out. And then we'll have this beautiful Hasselback potato. So it is a little time consuming getting your little pastry brush in between each little knife cut that you made, especially when I have 6 giant potatoes. And then we're just going to continue with every potato just like that. So I'm on my last potato, almost done. And remember to stir up your mixture as you're going, because I didn't, and now I have a whole bunch of pepper. So these last 2 potatoes are probably going to be for my husband, because he likes the pepper. The rest of the family does not. So almost done. And then we will cook these in a 450 degree oven, which we have already preheated, for 50 minutes to an hour. It's 50. It takes a while. And then we'll let them cool off for a little bit, and then we'll add yummy stuff. And there we are. Now we're about to pop them in the oven. So our Hasselback potatoes took about 55 minutes to cook. And now we are going to let them sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll add our cheese and bacon. You need to get them cool enough that you can slide the cheese in between the layers and you don't burn your fingers. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. So as you can see, we have little slices of cheddar cheese in between each slice of our Hasselback potatoes. I'm going to add bacon. I'm going to add them to 4 of the 6. 2 of them will not have bacon because they're for my husband and he doesn't eat bacon. So all I'm going to do is take bacon that I already cooked this morning, crumble it, and set it on top. Very simple. Not a lot of bacon. I think I'm going to use 2 slices, maybe 3 per potato, but no more than that. You just want a little bit. And once we finish with the bacon, we're going to put these back in our 450-degree oven for about 4 minutes, just to give the bacon enough time to heat up because it's cold, and the cheese to melt. And then we'll be ready to eat. There we go, back in the oven. So our Hasselback potatoes are out of the oven. At this point, if you want to garnish them with sour cream and green onions, feel free. If you are like my child and you just want bacon, or my husband and you just want cheese, that's okay too.